Everybody, and welcome back to another day of Pulsechain Paradise. And of course, you guys are here to get all the latest and greatest, and we're going to be covering that today. We've got Pulsechain, PulseX, Hex, 9-inch, Beetroot, SugarBeet, and privacy. Some key themes today as things are rolling out in the second wave of protocols. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A big shout out to Crypto Dan. Crypto Dan there. Let's put that on the screen. Big shout out to Crypto Dan. Hi guys, hope everyone is doing good. Member for 5 months. A big shout out, Crypto Dan. Appreciate the support. And yes, I think everyone's doing pretty well as we kind of entering that sort of second phase of maybe second phase of 10 phases, let's say, of the bull market. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, whether we get a mini bull market and then a big bull market, we may have that, or whether we just get one big slow grind up in the bull market, we will see. But certainly looking bullish as well. So nice one there, Crypto Dan. Let's see who else is in the chat here. Sandy Beach jumping in there as well. And, of course, doing an amazing job with health and fitness. Really do appreciate it, Sandy. And, of course, there's her latest post on x.com. And, of course, I've retweeted that out just before the live stream. So big shout out to Sandy. Show her a lot of support and get inspired, encouraged with the health and fitness to enjoy your crypto with. Very, very important. Have no fear. Super is near, says Hexcavator. Mikey, nice one, Mikey. What else there? Let's jump through some of that. We got Joey Torres. What's up? Hey, good to see you, Joey. We got who else here? Let's jump through some of those comments. Hector says LBTT is missing in action. Yeah, Lies Beneath. Yeah, I did see Lies Beneath put a comment on a video yesterday, I think it was. So yeah, but Lies Beneath there missing in action, but I'm sure they are busy. Or them busy. Or she is busy. Yeah. We got Sandy Beach. Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Good to see you, Sandy Beach. And we got Harry Williams as well. Yo. Archie is in the house. Hi, all. Good to see Archie. Crushing it as always. Hex Go Yo. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Hex Go Yo. I like that kind of name. It's got a bit of fun, isn't it? Humberto says Yo Superman and RH family from Bogota, Colombia. A big shout out to Humberto. You've been in a few places lately. You're definitely traveling on holiday. Are you on holiday? I don't know, but great to see. Happy Friday, says Hex Go Yo. Yeah, what day? It is Friday in the Southern Hemisphere. Still Thursday in the Northern Hemisphere. I guess that's the way to go. What else we got there? We got Get Hex. Good morning all with the coffees. Yeah, I had a coffee. One of those homemade instant coffees. It's called a coffee level 2. I guess it's not like full-on coffee. It's kind of laid back, almost like maybe halfway between a cup of tea and coffee. I don't know, something like that. Archie, yes. Hi, Hex Token. Keep up the great work. Hey, we'll do, Archie, and thanks for dropping in. I always appreciate it. Humberto says, thank you, Sandy Beat, for your constant motivation workouts. Very important to keep a sound body and mind in this crazy crypto ride. That's absolutely right, Humberto. Well said. We got Brian, our community leader in the house as well. What's up, folks? Good to see you, Brian. Big shout out. Very, very cool. I don't know if you guys seen Rag to Riches. He's doing a lot of short videos lately. That's something I want to do too, is do a lot of short videos. I just got to get my my A into G to do it. But a big shout out to Rags there. I think there's some really good stuff there, just inspiring people in the crypto. Take advantage of the opportunity ahead, pretty much, is probably where we go with that. All right, let's Sandy said a big thank you out there to Humberto. Very nice. We've got a great community, don't we? We've got a great community. Should we get into it? We're going to get in the stock market. We're going to get into crypto. I've got something fun for you coming up very shortly. And then we're going to get into Pulsechain, have a look at the results for day 174. That's what I said, day 174 results for Pulsechain. We're coming up to 6 months, really, aren't we? 180 So how many is that? 6 days away. 6 days away from 180 days, which is basically 6 months. So yeah, pretty cool. Not quite 6 months technically, but 80 days, 180 days. So getting up there for sure. Maybe I should make it a bit higher. But then we're going to get into 9-inch news and Beetroot news, SugarBeet, and of course wrap up with our Hex daily stats that is in the show today. And of course we're going to look at the lineup of future projects coming as well. So it's all coming down the line on Pulsechain. Love Rags. Yes, Rags is a cool guy and doing amazing things for the community. Seems like 9-inch are having some issues with the DEX. Yes, I think that the DEX is under attack. So we're going to talk about that too. Accessing the DEX, I've seen comments on that. I haven't been able to log on to it either. So I think it might be under some sort of DDoS attack. That's what it seems like is happening there or something like that. Yeah. Did 9-inch have a DDoS attack? Looks like something like that, Archie. Does appear to be something like that. We're going to talk about that later. I have not been able to connect to it. The computer tells me, warning, 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 warning. All right, enough of that. I wish I got to get a little robot video so I can do that little robot thing. All right, but don't worry, Wookie is here to save the world. So thank you very much, Wookie. Appreciate that. Tom Boss says, can move any liquidity out of 9-inch. Hope it gets fixed soon. Yeah, I'm sure they're working on it. They got 2 devs, right, in their team? 2 devs? Yeah, I think they work on it. I don't know whether Hexy Bastard it will put a tweet out about that, or post, I should say. Archie says, I got on it once today. I'm in the UK. All right, yeah, it's definitely having issues right now. All right, let's get into it, folks. Without further ado, let's get into the results. All right, so this is the results for Thursday in the United States for the stock market. And, of course, giving it little insights as to how the general markets are going. We've got really good results, folks, really good. Look at this, 1.7% for the Dow Jones. Remember, that's the top 30 industrials in the United States. That is up a whopping 564 points. Looking stellar. Look at that, 33,839. And let's have a look at the last year to see where that is at the moment. So pretty much we are, it's been pretty volatile in the last year. It's kind of moving sideways, but we are down from that high back in August there, 35,630. So we are down from that, but it's kind of moving sideways on this last year profile. But we look at the 5-year, we can see that actually, we had a high way back here, somewhere around about here back in this October 2021. So that was that bull market period, but definitely still looking okay at the moment. We got the S&P 500 up 1.9% there, 80 points at 4,300. And of course, remember, I always remind you every day, Tom Lee's fund strat manager indicating 4,800 potentially could be reached by the end of the year. And it certainly started to do that in the last couple of days. Doesn't it head back up after last week's weakness? So 80 points, 4,300, 500 more points to add to that. Yes, please. I think that's kind of good. Now, we kind of want all markets to do quite well. Obviously, stock markets already had a pretty good year, I think, in some ways. NASDAQ there is up 1.8%, up 232 points to 13,300. And, of course, that is where all the tech companies are around. You can see over the last 5 years, we had the big peak back up here in November 21, and we came all the way down in December 2022 and got back up here in, July, up to 14,300, back down there as well. It kind of looks like the end of the market, right? And that's why people are getting a bit nervous. However, quite a few people are quite bullish about the end of the year. So we'll see how we get on with that. S&P 500 basically has gone down 7%. Basically, we had risk on today, so that's good for all markets. And the dollar index there is down versus trading partner at 105.98%, down 0.7%. So that's the stock market. Let's have a look at the oil prices. We've got $82.60 for crude oil, West Texas, $86.94 for Brent oil there. And they're basically just pretty much flat or just slightly up at the moment. You can see the oil prices there. Look at that. Let's have a look at Brent oil there. You can see it was all the way up here at $122. Remember that back in June 2022? And now it is still pretty elevated there in about $86, and yeah, you can pretty much blame the Biden administration for this situation. Anyway, we'll move on. What else we got there? We pretty much covered the Fed yesterday. So if you watched yesterday's things, we covered the Fed yesterday. So we're going to move on from that. Treasury yields were definitely down. So the markets rallied on that too. The Treasury yields, remember, have been at historic levels. Bitcoin there, $34,859 is down 1%. Ethereum there is $1,801, down 2%. So we had a really good day yesterday with Bitcoin over 35,000. Man, it almost got to 36,000. We're going to look at that in a second. ADA, for some reason, I'm not sure what the news is around ADA. I didn't manage to get to check, but ADA is actually up 6% at 32 cents. So I don't know what Hodgkinson has been doing there, but something good must have happened for ADA. I haven't managed to check it yet. Crow is also up there. Crow is also up 6% at 6.6 cents there. So there we are. All right, jokes aside. So pretty much, what do you kind of say? A kind of consolidating day, just a moving sideways day at the moment. But BTC still looking really strong for $34,850, looking pretty good. Ethereum, though, has not run, has it? It's not run. And for those that missed the last bull market, you know, got up to like $4,900. So we're a long way for that. ETH has not really moved yet. What's coming up specifically for ETH? Obviously, proto-dank sharding, and then later down the track, full dank sharding. But of course, we're not expecting proto-dank sharding, which is really going to benefit the second layer applications like Optimism and Atrium. I can't even say the word on the second layer. So that's really probably for the big first quarter of next year. It looks like they're slipping their dates. So at best, they may get it in December, but we'll see. Probably slip into the beginning of next year, and then full dank sharding further down the path, which will benefit Ethereum more. So that's kind of the play there. Obviously, Bitcoin is the big news. That's the big stuff. So we'll get into that. And Bitcoin here, this is our window of opportunity on Coinbase. And you can see our window of opportunity. I've extended it out because things are just looking so good for crypto. Look at this thing. Whee! All the way to the end of the year now, baby. Actually, into the 17th of January. So fingers crossed on that. Now, pretty much we had a no change on the Fed meeting here. So that was kind of good. We're going to delete that because we've already done that. The last meeting of the year for the Fed is back here on the 13th of December. And of course, that's like 5-6 weeks away now. And of course, we're expecting a no change for that too. So there's only a small part of the market, maybe 20-25%, expecting a rate rise. And I'm feeling good for a no change on that with the market generally. Now, we will get more data before that time. So, and pretty much that's what the Fed said. We're going to look out for that data. We talked about that yesterday. Budget stopback gap measure, that is the only issue really in the way. That's a bit of a hurdle. I do think they'll probably get that in any case. If they don't, they'll probably get extended to the end here. Is probably what will happen there. Just get another stopgap measure with the House there. All right, pretty much you got this clash between Schumer in the Senate, who's one of the worst idiots in the world, and then you've got Mike Johnson there trying to get things done properly, just like you normally would run a House budget. They just want to get a budget done properly, but then you got the political nutters like Schumer and then in the Senate, they're trying to block all the common sense stuff. So that's pretty much where we are at the moment. And a BTC ETF approved. Imagine if we get that. Wow. And going to be exciting. The biggest money in the world potentially flowing in to crypto. That is about as big as it gets, apart from nation states, completely adopting Bitcoin and cryptos, right? So looking really, really good. All right, so that's kind of good news all the way with one little challenge here. And let's get into hear about how bullish that is from the man, the myth, and the legend. You know it, Richard Hart. No, I'm just kidding. It is...
It's around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about... I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now. Global terrorism, and I think there's more people running into a fight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
So you don't really get much bigger than that, right, to a flight to quality. So I think that's really, really huge. And I played that video a couple of times because it's so important that that pivot is really, really a big deal. Now, as a trade-off, of course, between big money coming in, you getting your bags pumped in crypto, and of course, more control by these, globalist elites that want a forced behavior. This same man that talked about a flight to quality, also talking about forced behavior, means telling the masses how they should think, how they can act. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword there with their control. But in any case, let us move on into the comedy hour. I wanted to play this little video there. Hopefully I don't get pinged for it, but I want to play this little video because it is pretty hilarious. So I hope you guys enjoy this bit of fun here, and hopefully you can see it big enough. It's quite small. It's taken off a little short that I saw, and hopefully I don't get pinged on the channel for using it, but there we go. So I thought that was pretty funny. Hope you got that. So he didn't really checked it in like 13 years. He bought 55,000 Bitcoin, as it were, and then he puts it on the thing, and he makes billions or 100 millions of dollars or whatever, billions of dollars. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty hilarious video, so I had to play that. Simple and sweet it was, as we say. Now we've got a couple more comments in the chat, so let's get to that before we move on to Pulsechain, Pulse Gains. Let's see how we go. Yes, a Bitcoin almost got to 36,000. It was amazing in the last 24 hours. So just fell slightly short of it, pretty much it. Joey O'Brien says, Superman to the moon. I'll fly there. Superman Express. That's how we go. That's how we rock and roll here on the channels. What else there? We've got 9 inches working for Hex Force 1. Nice. Let me see what else we got here. Pumpkin Owl's in house. Hey, good to see Pumpkin Owl. Trent and Patrick. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. And Pac-Man as well. Woohoo! Let's go smash it. Absolutely. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for future videos. That's either on Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, or Pulsechain YouTube. We're streaming to over 10,000 subscribers on those 3 channels. And of course, if you want to join either Superman Crypto or Hex Token channel, hit the join button. We've got a couple of memberships that help support the channel. And of course, if you want to get into our Discord, join up today. It is really, really cool. We've got all the alpha and the best community. So get in there, folks. Right. What else there? Pumpkin House says, newcomers, please stick around. Nobody works harder than Hex Token, aka Superman, to bring us the Pulsechain alpha we need. I like that. There's a good ring to that. And it's true. Hashtag fact check. CNN fact check. True. All right. Pulse Bezos on there, only by Hex, PLS, PLX, everything else, says Pulse Bezos. What else there? ETF maybe in 2026 is Pulse. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. I don't know where you make this stuff up, Pulse Bezos. What else do we got there? Astri in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see Astri. What else there? Pulsechain ETF. Yeah, well, you know, maybe if the Hex Investment Trust give us an update, maybe we'll get a Pulsechain one. They talked about it, but we haven't even seen the Hex one get public yet. So you can go and ask those folks over there how that's going, because they never seem to give us an update at all on it. So yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. All right, we've got Archie as well. The bug eaters want to run things. Yeah. And oh, by the way, have you seen the research out for? This is a bit of a non-crypto thing, but the research out for eating bugs. You know, because all the globalists want you to eat bugs. Is that it's really bad for you? So I've just watched read some peer review research recently, and it was just terrible. The results are terrible for you. Tin Top's in the house there. What's up, Hexagons? What's up? Good to see you, Tin Top. And Valiant says DeFi the bug eaters. Yeah, indeed. All right, and yeah, you're fudster with the 2026 there. All right, let's what else? We're going to get into Pulsechain. Let's do it. Let's go and look at the updates for day 174. All right, here is the results. We got Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0633, up 0.7%. So that's not too bad. We like up days, and we're 63% of the sacrifice price, which is a lot better than we were. You know, it's the mean sacrifice price of 0001. And PulseX there is at quadruple 0189, still well below the mean sacrifice price, of course, of 0012, and that's down 2.6%. And what's that? 90% of the sacrifice price there. One Pulse, we 3.35 PulseX. So you know, PulseX has closed that gap with Pulse in terms of the ratio. You remember it was up towards 4. Now it's down to 3.35. So one Pulse, you get your 3.35 PulseX. The buy and burn, though, the magic sauce, the secret sauce, is still going along there. 534.2 billion PulseX has been burned, as we're kind of at that, you know, maybe the first, moving into second phase of the bull market for crypto, and so it's kind of looking good. 534 billion that's a big B. That's 2.59% of all public PulseX has been bought up and burned. So that's say goodbye. Sayonara, PulseX. It's gone by, burger. And look, a lot of protocols are copying that, right? Copying that methodology. Obviously, 9inch and many other protocols using a lot of buy and burn. So you know, it's kind of cool. Incentive there is $1.11, down 3.17%, and we've got well over 15 million incentive tokens in existence from the PulseX farms, and we've got the buy and burn at the moment, 112,781. And we are expecting TRH to have V4 coming out before Christmas. That's going to be before the TYZZ protocol, which is massive. As you guys know, we covered that yesterday. It's going to be Binance, a DeFi Binance, it's called. I can't wait. I think it's huge. It could blow up big time. So fingers crossed on that one. 112,000 burned in gone burger there for the NSM token. So looking pretty good. PX at the moment, 1.51 cents for PX, 0.091. So, not just over 9 tenths of a penny for EHEX there. The combined price of EHEX and PX just dropped below our 2.5 cents we had yesterday. And we had that rally yesterday. I don't know if you guys were watching, but it was pretty good. We're up to 2.43 cents at the moment. PX is down just under 1% there. And 1 PX will get you 239 pulse, and 1 PX will get you 1.65 EHEX at the moment. So that's pretty much where it is. And the low, we had a couple of days ago that got down about 1.36. It's back up at 1.65, but it's certainly down from that 2.5 ratio between PX and EHEX that we had a week or something ago. So pretty cool. Is it 2 weeks now? I don't know. Time's moving along pretty fast. Let's go into the charts quickly. This is the Pulse Die chart here. And look at the structure, look great. Doesn't it look so good? And with, Bitcoin moving up as well. So we had this nice big move up here, up to quadruple 07. We went down off the 50% of the Bollinger Bands. And then we bounced off that. We had a great day yesterday. Well, basically today. We've only got 8 minutes left in this chart. So this chart will end, this candle will end. But we got up to quadruple 0673 was the high. We're currently at quadruple 06336. The low has been quadruple 06037. So a nice little range there, but we're kind of in the middle. And the chart's still looking very good, though, isn't it? Still looking very good. Bit of indecision in this chart, though, right? Up and down. So hopefully we'll build another green candle there as well. So that's pretty much it. Pretty modest growth today, but nice looking chart. The RSI, of course, cooling off. When it doesn't move up there. So we're sitting at around 64 on the RSI. And that's pretty much it at the moment. So moving to PulseX, pretty much the same story. A bit weaker though, obviously not quite indecision, but actually down a little bit there. 1893, and of course pretty similar looking chart there. Pretty similar range as well. We got up to quadruple 02083. So we lost a number there, got to over the 2000 mark. Let's go over to incentive token, $1.11 on the price, but the ratio is dropped. So we're down at a new all-time low now, 17,662 pulse per incentive token at the moment. So that is pretty much it. So what could uplift these things? Maybe single side staking on PulseX, maybe something around the DAO, something special around the DAO. Obviously we've got 9-inch coming on we've got news around that with the PulseX staking. So it's going to particularly help PulseX staking a little bit. And so those are some of the things that we could expect. Plus, any other wildcard things, the third-party plays, possibly heart related things and stuff like that. All right, Rich Heart I'm talking about, not my heart. All right, all right. So we got PHEX there is at 1.5 cents at the moment, looking pretty similar to Pulse actually, almost indecision chart. But still another good day. We got up to 1.64 cents. Yee! Let's go. 1.647 on PX. It was a nice little rally yesterday. And then, of course, EHEX. Let's look at the RSI, actually. Looking pretty good. The RSI there. That new chart down there, that's the MACD. I haven't talked about that. It's the MACD. I'm going to talk about that soon enough. But 67, that is pretty much that. Just cooling off a little bit. EHEX. Is that 9 tenths of a penny, and look at that wick down. So yeah, potentially could get more upside on EHEX. You could get the parity play too. In other words, to try to get up the same price as PHEX at 1.5. We're currently at 9 tenths of a penny, but of course we have this wick down to 0072. I think Alex been at play. Alex the Whale. I saw something around Jimrat Crypto talking about Alex the Whale. Maybe he's been playing with this chart. I don't know. That's pretty much it at the moment. And the combined price of PHEX, EHEX. Let's go and have a look at that. This is where we are at the moment. So our recent high here was 2.7 back here. We've come all the way down to 2.2, and we're back up at 2.42. This is PHEX and EHEX combined on the 15-minute candles there. So that's pretty much it. Let's move on. Those are the Richard Hart Golden Cryptos, and that is what we maxi on this channel. Let's have a look at the validators. Let's quick look at that. So validators at the moment, 48,822. So we're pretty much at all-time high levels. And of course, Pulsechain is the people's chain. And I love looking at this global map with all the validators around. It's pretty neat. You play around with these things. All right, so that's kind of cool. We've got 1.56 trillion staked off the market. So that's about 10.04% or something like that of the total supply. And of course, we're waiting for liquid loans to come to launch to collateralize more Pulse, or to collateralize Pulse and allow more of it to be taken off the market. And that's going to take off the supply side and add in the demand side. So that's how you pump markets, right? Getting that in kind of an organic, manipulated way. Something like that. No, it's not manipulated. That's semantics. But, people moving, taking the same actions towards the greater good. That's kind of that play, maybe. All right, enough of that. Let's move on to the gas prices. We've got 510,000, so pretty good like yesterday, but lower than yesterday, 510,000. I think we were at 560 yesterday. So we're on the lower end of gas prices. PulseX there is at 1/10 of a penny for transfer, a 700th of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 2/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. The big news, of course, though, look at this. Ethereum is finally playing out with the higher gas prices. It was about 2 weeks late, as you guys know. Instead of being the 10th of October like last year, it was the 24th of October before the gas prices on Ethereum started rising. But we're now 1,224 times cheaper than Ethereum. And Ethereum, to do a swap at the moment, is about $12 at the moment on Ethereum. So look at that. Beautiful, man. And I always say this every day. It's better for you. It's not costing you to do so many things. And it's better for compound dApps on Pulsechain, right, compared to Ethereum, because you can just go in and out for like a cent. It's no big deal. And it's really about the value of the underlying protocol that you're in. So really, really neat like that. And, Ethereum's is terrible, by comparison. 503 times cheaper than Bitcoin as well. So pretty cool. Is the old Pulsechain there on my computer. Other computer just melted down. All right, let's move on from there. That's day 174. We're going to be starting day 175, folks, in the 6th month of Pulsechain's launch. And let's go over to the other categories. Let's go to top PRC20s. And before we do that, let's get straight into it. We've got 3.4 million. We've got them sorted by liquidity. So we're in the PRC20s and sorted by liquidity. And we're looking at the returns on those. We can see that PDI there has managed to pull it off after a small little rally. Had a little rally up here, back up to 6,500, back down to 5,400 here on the old PDI. I'll get rid of the RSI there. That is pretty much the structure now on PDI. We'll keep watching that, see whether it can do some magic, but not so far. Wrap Bitcoin is at $101 on Pulsechain. This is the copied version, of course, the PRC20 copy of Pulsechain. Pulsechain copied Ethereum on the 10th of May at 10:36 UTC time. And I bet a lot of you guys who watch this channel regularly, you got that in your mind. You got that, it's like in there. It's like in there you go. Man, I've said it so many times. There we are, down 6.65% at the moment on the old Wrap Bitcoin. We're going to move quickly through some of these others. Everything else is pretty much down. I'm going to look at the positive ones. And we've got BitTorrent. Yes, BitTorrent got copied over. BitTorrent is up 10%. There's liquidity is pretty small though, $2,400. It's nice to talk about stuff that I don't talk about so much here. But this is BitTorrent. That is BitTorrent. That's the chart. Look at that. Beep. That's the beginning. That's the beginning of it. How the heck what happened there? But that is what it's been recently since August, October. I had a little pump there as well, but it says it's got a slow rise on it at the moment. The old BitTorrent, that's for the nerds out there. That's for the nerds in crypto. The old BitTorrent there. All right, so everyone's going to go, I'm a nerd, man. I'm in crypto. All right, so that's pretty much it, PRC20s. Let's go down to the meme coins. Actually, let's go to the meme coins. I'm going to not talk about some of these meme coins, but we've got sorted by liquidity. Where'd the ETH go? We're going to talk about that separately. We got Mega is up 20%. Mega's down 20%, sorry, but Mega I thought was up yesterday. Yeah, it was up yesterday, but it's actually down today on the daily. So yeah, it was up during the day, but down on the daily there. Look at that, got up to 9,075,000, down to 5,500 at the moment on Mega. Make Ethereum great again. Access Alive, which is, that Access Alive was doing some pretty magical things. Got all the way up here to 13,300. And of course, Access is a TI guy and influencer in the Pulsechain Hex space, and that is down at the moment, 5,200. And what else we got going on there? We're going to scroll through. We're going to scroll through the 9-inch tokens. That's pretty much it. So we're going to move on from there. We're going to get into the Pulsechain projects. We'll get to Pulsechain projects. And before we do that, we're going to get straight into 9-inch. I think we'll get into 9-inch. So this is the Pulsechain projects. We've sorted by liquidity. I've actually separated out the 9-inch into their own category because there's so many tokens. And I did that for TRH as well. So let's separate that out. So what do we got here at the moment? 9-inch itself on Pulsechain is down 20% on the 25 hours. 24. Did I say 25 hours? I just made up a new amount of hours for the day. Is it 25 hours on Neptune or somewhere like that? Someone else says. Doesn't someone else have like close to 25? Let me know in the chat if whatever. I can't remember, but it's something like that. Anyway, we got 9 hours. We got 9-inch. Sorry, 9-inch from Ethereum. The 9-inch is down 28%. What else we got going on there? That's down 50% down for BBC. That's on Ethereum, down 51%. That's a bit of a sad story, but there's going to be I think there's going to be a value capture there in the future. And then we got BBC is down 20% on Pulsechain. So that's pretty much it for those highlights. But the main coins, where the ETH go is up 5%. Paul Pleb is down 5% on 24-hour basis, and PLD is pretty much flat on the pace on that one there. However, in the last 6 hours, we have had a 10% increase or 11% increase in Paul Pleb, 11.6% increase in PLD, and that's because we got a big update about the launches of these meme coins, and where the ETH go has been down 7% the last 6 hours. And of course, in the last hour, we've still had some no price increases there for Paul Pleb, up 4% and 1.8% there for Pulse Dodge. So that's on the back of the news that's come out. So let's look at the news. This is pretty much it from 9-inch. Morning wood morning, they say. The Hexy Bastard ecosystem coins will soon be added to the 9-inch DEX. And that is where the ETH go, and Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge. Those are the tickers there. And of course, the date has been given. So this was delayed. We expected this yesterday. Day 5, we expected yesterday. Then, of course, it was like maybe today. And now we know it's going to be the 4th of October there. And I'm gathering they mean US time, the Northern Hemisphere time. So either that's, I'm a little confused about the exact date. But maybe it's tomorrow or tomorrow morning or something, or next day. But it's October the 4th, nevertheless. I'm not sure if there's any clarification there. Just have a look at some of those. Can't see anything particular on those, but that is it at the moment. So October the 4th, whatever time frame that is. So that is pretty much that. I'll leave a copy of that tweet. Maybe you can try and clarify there if you like. But that's what's just come out just a few hours ago before the live stream. 3 hours ago, actually, 3 hours ago. So there we go. And the market has reacted. So let's have a look at the markets quickly. We're going to look at the meme coins first, since that is what the news is. Let's have a look there. And that is the news. So this is the 1 hourly chart. So, Paul Pleb was already up there in price, right? So that's probably why nothing's really happened too much. And of course, you look at the last 3 hours. This is kind of when the news came out. And it's up at $2.50. Isn't it fantastic? Paul, where the ETH go acting like a boss. Really cool. And the thing about this, of course, it was the last meme coin to be handed out. It was also the one with the most scarce number of units. It's only got 1 million units. So there's only 1 million tokens in existence. Market cap is 2.5 million. So for every dollar it goes up, it adds about another $1 million to the market cap. And I've said this before, it could do $5 or $10. It could go to 10 million. Who knows? But definitely, $3 to $4 was definitely in the upper echelon of that, if you want to be more pragmatic. And that's like a $3-4 million market cap. It's got up to $3. It's been up to $3. So those kind of upward predictions have turned out to be pretty good, and the trend is still here. And of course, we don't have the farms and the single slide staking, which is expected to come, right? So that's still to come down the line. And if we go to the docs, we can see that on the docs for the 9-inch farms on the day 5, quasi day 5, because not really, it's like almost like day 7 now. But this is what we're expecting for these, right? Farms and single side staking for where the ETH go, Paul Pleb and PLD on both chains, Ethereum and Pulsechain. So that is the big news there for these. And so that's why that movement. Now, we also have, so that might just continue to go up to that $3-4 range, quite doable. Like I say, you could see $5 to $10 not out of the range there. especially as we head into a bull market, who knows what the thing could do. You might end up having $50 where the who knows, but it's pretty crazy stuff. All right, we got Paul Pleb, which has kind of been the second best performer out of these. And this has started to rally in the last couple of hours. So we've got the hourly. Let's go to the hourly here, actually. We've got the hourly here. So the last couple of hours. Now, this was already rising up. Like it already bounced back in here. So it had got down all the way down to 5,900. So basically 6,000 with 5 zeros in front of it, and had rallied up quite strongly. And has the last couple of hours, despite a bit of profit taken here, has managed to move to 7,400. So this might very much rally by the 4th of October back up into its pre-rally zone here, which try to attack the quadruple 01 mark there. So that is the gambit. That's your play. That's your play in there. And who knows what will happen with that. So time is still there. Not financial advice, of course, but we're playing probability, right? What else? We got PLD. This was really, in some ways, from my point of view, a little bit of the weaker of the three, even though I think it's probably the second best out of them in terms of the amount of holders and stuff. But there are a lot of large holders, but they didn't really seem to have moved much. And they may just want to sit in the farms with their tokens. So who knows? So this is the last hour. We can see that with the news, we've had a bit of a rally with the news, right? So that news that came out that these farms and single-side staking is coming out is pretty bullish. So this news and this expectation, that is what is coming. So not bad as well. We'll see whether this gets back up to 8,000, which is where it got up to when we thought it was going to be launching. So we'll see how we go. Looking at the 4 hourly. That is kind of the 4 hourly. So do 2 big green candles. We'll see another one that takes us up here. Keep a watch out for that. That is also a possibility. Now, remember the liquidity is smaller, right, on all those. So bigger liquidity. We've got 225,000 on where the ETH go, 52,000 on Paul Pleb, and 45 on PLD at the moment. Obviously, the prices go up, the liquidity is going to go up. That's pretty much it. All right, that's pretty fulsome coverage, but let's cover 9-inch token itself on Pulsechain, which arguably is supposed to be the most valuable. Now, it's still well in the money, right? So well in the money. So it does appear that when they launched this token, it was pretty much around the sacrifice price, which is what I had. I had it at quadruple 01657. That's pretty much where the price launched on the daily. And then, of course, it's super rallied up to here, up to quadruple 057, and has been just pulled right back here, obviously, with a few issues potentially. And there we are at quadruple 0287. Obviously, the delay of the farms as well. So it looks like they've had DDoS attack there, from what I can tell, and also obviously delay with the farms coming out there. And of course, you've got some big holders, right, that may have sold the profit. They're well in the money in here, right? And of course, they're still in the money because potentially this gap here is the sacrifice premium, right? And don't forget, they've also got the Ethereum chain as well to add on top of that value. So that's kind of where it is at the moment. Are we going to stop here? As it stops, is this where it's going to start rising back up again? It could very well do. And let's look at the RSI. We don't have an RSI on that yet, so we'll have to go to the 4 hourly and have a look at 4 hourly. We've got an RSI, yeah, so it's pretty much not oversold completely, but definitely on the low end. So it may just start to travel up. We'll be looking at this. I'm very bullish about the 9-inch price. Short will do well, and no surprises there. It's just a matter of buying the bottom, right? Buying the bottom. Let's go to the other one, which is BBC on Pulsechain. And we can see that this also got sold off similarly. And of course, the percentages are more aggressive on the BBC token because all the farming that's out there and the single side staking. But having a look at the 4 hourly, so look at that. That is the 4 hourly there at the moment. So we bottomed down at 37 cents. So we're back up 46 as well. But we might see this do something similar to the incentive token, except not as fast, right? Because we have single side staking and the yields have been pushed down. Yeah, that's probably what we might see with that. All right, let's jump away to that. So that's the rest of it. Let's go into Pulsechain projects. That's the news for 9-inch. And of course, then you can try and get onto the farm. But like I say, I've been having trouble doing that. Let us know. I'm just going to leave it for a while. Hopefully it sorts itself out. Let me just get rid of that. The other thing that we're expecting, of course, for the 8th of October, we're expecting the single side staking for PulseX, single side staking for EHEX, DBI, and Ethereum, and of course, EHEX, PHEX farm on Pulsechain. So these two, we're expecting those as well on Pulsechain, which is bullish for PulseX and Hex, right? Right, that's pretty much it. Bam. Let's go to the Pulsechain projects, and we've got them listed by liquidity. Let's have a look. We're going to jump past all 9-inch ones. We were talking about that. We're going to look for the ones that are actually doing well. Drip is actually up. Drip, the ROI game that was famous on BNB chain, that is managed to do, look at this, pump on Drip. Wow, look at that. So bounced off $14.40, up at $20. So that's pretty good. I'm impressed by that, because typically after the first 2 months or so, now it's not going to be identical to BNB chain, but typically the price will start just tapering off as people capture that yield. But here we are, we're still ticking away there pretty nicely. How many days has it been since its launch? It has been 81 days. So yeah, definitely normally this would taper off, but this is Pulsechain, it's new, and so the profile is probably going to be a little bit different, maybe a bit more extended. Maybe there's some other news that they're doing as well. I haven't really checked recently, but that's pretty much it at the moment. So not bad looking chart actually for Drip. That's probably not as probable as one would have thought. So yeah, probably one would have thought like up like here and then slowly waning down, but actually it's looking pretty good, $20. It has got taxes on it, remember, going into it. Just remember that. It's got taxes. That's how they sort of fund a lot of things. So remember that. What else we got going? That was P-Drip. We got 9% up on Pulse Reflection. So these are two tax type of ROI protocols. They're different from each other, but that's up too. But that's off the bottom, right? Whereas at least the P-Drip looked a lot stronger than this chart. They had a big rally and back down again. But nice little rally last couple of days on the old Pulse Reflections. And while they're giving out, what, 6 billion Pulse or something and royalties for that tax, and as people trade at taxes, what else we got going down there? I think is that it. No, Weight Token is up 3% from Coast, so the Coast one there, and Communist is up 77% there. Communist is starting to really build up their liquidity pools too. Obviously the price going up, you can see the liquidity pools are increasing. They've got a number of those. P share is up 24%, but it's down at $14 now. That used to be like $8,000, $9,000 P share. It's down at $14. So be careful what you invest in. Let's have a look at this as a case study, just to remind yourselves that you want to make sure you're in good probable projects. And if you take risks, you can get burnt. So this one here is up. Now they actually deliver what they said they're going to deliver. So the project have no qualms there at all. They've been very good. They've got gaming protocols on their ROI platform as well as farming pools, and those farming, they're still ticking away. But the P-Share token has definitely gone down. That's just the reality there. So down $9,100 up here, even higher on the first day. Here's down at bottomed out at $11.60, is up at $14.40 there. High risk, high return protocols, and you can see maybe low returns with the high risk. But hey, look, if you played it for a little while, you might have been okay. But apart from that, hashtag it's wrecked. What else we got going there? Trust Swap is up 27%. So this is Jeff Kadakis, as you guys may know. Trust Swap there got good utilities. You can make your own tokens on Trust Finance. It's got cool things like that. And this is the daily there at the moment. So nice little off the bottom though. Off the bottom chart there. Look at that. Bottomed out there. 0007 now at 1.1 cents. So not bad. And it got to 1.5 cents. Not too bad there. 27% on the old Trust Swap. That's pretty much it. Let's jump over quickly to TRH, which I've separated out as well because there's so many of them. Some interesting performances there. This is GameFi, right, at its finest here. So we've got the water is up 17.8% and seed is up 8%. The burn, which rallied yesterday, is down 28%. That was the good call from Archie. So it rallied as Archie was indicating, and then it got sold down there a bit, which is probably not too bad, surprising given how much it pumped there. Liquidity is pretty small, right? Small retail play, $3,900. But if you're in that game, that's something. All right. That's pretty much it. I think we've covered everything there. I think we have, but we're going to get to Beetroot. So let's quickly go back to the Pulsechain projects and look at Beetroot here. Let me just sort by token, and we're going to find the Beetroot there. That is Beetroot. I'm going to talk about this. Let's go to Beetroot there. How are we doing? 44 minutes on the hour. A nice little pump there. Remember from yesterday, there was a tweet before this, right? Tweet saying how short the supply was and how the cool products are coming out with SugarBeet. And then, of course, the market got pumped by some volume coming in there. And, man, good day in the office. And it's pretty much flat at the moment on there. 173K liquidity. Well, I've said that this is undervalued. I've been saying it for some time. I know Randy Alaski was saying it's undervalued. And, of course, it is one of our better utility projects. That is the privacy hub, of the Pulsechain. I know there's one other product, but this is really important one, and they're just building out more and more, on-chain, cross-chain, staking, single-side staking protocols. So it's really, really cool. So without further ado, let's check it out. And of course, we can see that we had some really cool tweets out here from them. So obviously the LP across the board is really increasing. I guess they got stuff on PHUX and stuff possibly. So kind of cool. Let's jump through all that and get to the update. Covered that yesterday. Now, what I want to talk about was that a number of influencers have also picked up these updates. So it didn't pass them by, but they've actually picked up. Soon PLS will be private as you like. So the privacy on Pulsechain, we talked about this yesterday, but what I wanted to bring up today was not the fact that they're going to bring this privacy for Pulse and recipient addresses and stuff like that, which is going to be really important. I know a lot of you guys will use this feature, is that the influencers picked it up. So yeah, I may have covered it early, but the powerful thing is that the influencers didn't make it up. You got Crypto Kindness here, picked it up. Then you have Lindsay the Hex Token there, picked it up. Privacy, what a concept. And of course, you can not only Pulse, but Hex as well, right? So it's kind of cool. And then, of course, you had, what is it? We had Crypto Coffee, the #1 influencer in the Pulsechain Hex space. He also had privacy coming to Pulsechain. Soon Pulse will be private as you like, so kind of cool. And that's going to be a really, really useful feature. So Beetroot, they're really starting to ramp up its product offering, and it's fantastic already, right? Let's go over check that out. Let's go check it out. So this is Beetroot Privacy Hub. And you can see it's got all these different things. The homepage, it's got a anonymous exchange already. It's got OneSwap, which they just launched recently with an upgrade. So they've gone to 2.0 on this. The OneSwap aggregator there. It's got peer-to-peer fiat ramp there as well. They got some nodes things, which I'm not too familiar with that part. Just Escape of Fura, so around nodes. Then you got the Beetroot, the Beet token itself with all the tokenomics in it. So it gives you all the burning and the total supply and all that sort of stuff, the locking of liquidity. It's kind of cool. It's got all that stuff there. But of course, their new product is SugarBeet, and that's about to come up. SugarBeet Stake and Shake. So this is two awesome things. So they just did OneSwap upgrade, and now which you can see here, and now they are going to. I think you got the exchange there. Let's go back here. So you got base Ethereum on this one, but you can do other chains. And what chains they got there? Ethereum, BNB, Polygon, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Solana, Lea Optimism. I'm sure they're going to have Pulse coming. For Pulse swaps, first exchange to ETH on the terminal above, and then bridge back ETH to the first native Pulse. So you can do Pulse indirectly via the extra step. So there, click a button below to use the official PLS bridge for the deposit, deepest PLS liquidity and best rates bridged in. So you take that note in kind. But in any case, they've got SugarBeet coming, and this is going to be a really popular, I'm sure. You'll be able to stake your Richard Heart tokens, Hex, Pulse, PulseX. You'll be able to stake the Beet token itself, the native token, and you're going to earn Sweet. And of course, they've got some other secret source coming as well. So the SugarBeet staking privacy protocol is being built from scratch, no forks, no clones. This is unique and groundbreaking. So something extra coming that we haven't seen before in crypto potentially. There's nothing like SugarBeet either on Pulsechain, X1 chain, or anywhere else in crypto generally. So keep an eye out on this. Pulsechain version will launch first and will incorporate multiple assets, including Pulse, Beet, Sweet, Hex, PulseX, and Incentive. So watch the space, and that is coming down soon. So we're really excited about this. And like I say, don't keep the influencers are watching it. Maybe you should be too if you're not already. I'm assuming if you're not already, of course. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to copy a link to Beetroot. You can check all that stuff out. And if you want to get to the website's at the top there, Beetroot World. Beetroot. I've got to spell it properly. Beetroot. I've got to get the right thing there. There we go. Bam. All right. So that is it pretty much from them. All right. Kind of cool. We're going to get into Hex Daily Stats now. I hope you guys enjoyed that coverage today. And we're going to get into the Hex Daily Stats. Before we do that, though, let's catch up in the chat one more time. We're up to 49 minutes, so we're doing very good time today on the updates. I'm going to go do the Pulsechain, what projects are coming up ahead quickly before we get to the Hex Daily Stats. But we'll do that after I've caught up on the chats. Let me jump through all those comments. We got Pulse Beta and House there, Morning Super. 9-inch just came back online for me. I just don't get it. I made more off the PulseX farms at 60% than I have on 9-inch farms at 400%. Sorcery or what? Yeah, hey, look, sometimes you have to pull out Pulse Beta. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait because the capital's down too, right? So the yield's down, the capital's down because the price has gone down, depending on where you bought in and if you sacrificed or not. Just depends on what your capital position was. But yeah, sometimes you might just have to wait out until it recovers. But the yield definitely, was up at 4,000%. Then they fixed up the APY, which we knew was not right. And then it came suddenly, instead of being like 2,000%, it went down to 400%. So I was like, what the heck? So I'm not quite sure what happened there. Definitely the yield just dropped dramatically. So the only way that could have happened, in my view, is that they dropped the amount of emissions per block on their pool. So that was my point. Other than that, I don't know much more than that. That's my assessment. But you might want to hit the team up about that, Pulse Beta. Obviously, I'm not the team, so just making my observations as the third party. Happy Friday all, says Andrew. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. Com just pumped on PS a lot today. Yeah, we just covered that, so that's cool. Date says October. He meant, November the 4th. Sorry, he made a mistake there, November the 4th. Did I say October the 4th? Maybe I did. It's a bit like, where you read a teleprompter and they put any words that they want and you start reading them out. Yeah, it was November. Yeah, November the 4th. Hopefully I didn't read out the word October. Or maybe I did. That's all right. Hexbase Ivan says, wow, SBF found guilty. Oh, no surprise there. But, however, the mainstream media loves that stuff. But for crypto, that's old school news, really, on that one. Crooks in Progress loved him. Yeah. Well, if you're in CeFi and stuff, you would have got wrecked in that. But we're in DeFi, right? Most of us, hopefully, most of you are in DeFi. So it was like a non-event for us. But might be going to jail for 100 years. I doubt it. I think that he's got too many friends and the Democrats. I don't think they'll. I think he'll get a soft outcome. I would be surprised if he gets anything heavy. Pumpkin Owl pinned message on 9-inch Telegram from admins gave us an alternative temporary way to get onto the farms while they have been working on the platform. Nice one, Pumpkin Owl. They've got those updates coming. So cool. Hey, if Pumpkin Owl, I don't know if you're in Discord, but if you could post that link in Discord, that'd be really, really great. So you can't add or remove liquidity on 9-inch or the backup site. Okay, cool. You're just going to have to wait patiently, unfortunately. But hopefully maybe the price of 9-inch and that goes up while you're waiting. And just never know your luck. The parents and the lawyer, yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, it's not something that I'm really particularly focused on as the SBF thing. Thank you, Hex Token, for a great stream. You're most welcome. Get Hex says, thanks, Superman, for the updates. Have a great day, everybody. You too, Get Hex. And Rev 10. Hello, everybody. Happy 9-inch. Yeah. We got your back, Superman. Thanks, Pumpkin. I appreciate that. You definitely read out October the 4th. Damn it. Rat bag. I did read the November post underneath it, though, didn't I? I did read the November post. Andrew says, I have a feeling Gary Gensler will get Biden to give a pardon to Dotia and gets off with a slap on the wrist. Caroline, the others seem to be getting off scot-free. Yeah. That's what I said. The whole Democrat Party is a corruption syndicate and ideologically corrupt. So, hey, that's just the way it's going to go. Was it Bonabos forever, says Surely Fortress. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into the final updates. We're going to get into the roadmap first about Pulsechain projects. So let's do that. Let's full screen this. And this is the Pulsechain price, of course. We're going to pull up the, let me hide those first, and then we'll pull that up there. That is it. And let's have it. Bam. There we go. All right. So we're marching through the 9-inch. That's been extended, of course. So we're going to put it out to it's the 4th, but I'm going to put it out to the 5th there. And that is the launch. We're waiting for 9mm. I haven't heard anything for 9mm. SugarBeet as well. So we're going to pull that, move that another day. We just covered SugarBeet, but we're waiting for the launch of that. So that might be pushed out too. So I'm not sure when that will be, but we're going to just keep pushing these two out. If I do get a date, then I'll put them in their proper place. But we are expecting them soon, very soon. 9mm is being quite delayed. I mean, they put their thing out saying it's going to be soon, but then it's keep pushing out. So there we go. Fetch Oracle is a tentative date, 10th of November. That's based on Crypto Crazy there. And of course, that's going to unleash the big protocols, right? The big ones here. So far, out of the big protocols, we'll probably add PH Universe as the big ecosystem, and then one would count 9-inch into that as well. They're the biggest two TVLs after PulseX. But to unlock the other big TVL projects that are coming down the line, we need Fetch Oracle, and that includes Liquid Loans, which I think will probably be a week later, 18th of November, followed by Barista on the 19th of November. And of course, Barista is a front end for Liquid Loans, also has extra perks in it, like the coffee bean. Hope you guys are, if you guys are mining bean on the testnet, you could get something from the team. You just never know. They have hinted, teased at that. And of course, maybe a week later, we get Power City launching the Earn protocol, and that's the 25th of November. I've got that a week later, but it could launch similar time, maybe just after Liquid Loans. We will see how we go, but somewhere in that zone. PulsePod, of course, we're expecting that to come out potentially before the end of the year, but we're also expecting a TRH V4 update as well. So that's definitely doable. In fact, I might just add the V4 up there. I don't normally do that, but and I'm not sure where those things are going. Maybe they're going over here, are they? Let me just add that in there. Sorry, I'm moving this around a bit. And so, yeah, I don't know when we'll get that. Let's say around a similar time. We'll probably get TRH V4. And this is supposed to be a very big update, right? The TYRH V4. There's supposed to be a big update, so we may very well get it sometime in this time frame. So probably similar. Don't know we'll get PulsePod at the same time, so maybe we'll get TRH a little bit earlier. Let's maybe put it in the middle here, and then we might get PulsePod here coming out as well, subject to the Fetch Oracle. PulsePod might get pushed out a little bit here. We've got Note Project course at the 15th of December. That's from Randy Olasky. And then we've got TYCZ out in the beginning of January, which could be awesome. And I'm going to add to that because it's pretty cool. So DeFi Binance. And that's going to be really, really cool. That's going to be huge, huge. I'm excited about that. Right. Let's go to the Hex Day stats. We've got day, what day? What day is it? Day 32. We got day 1431, the 2nd of November 2023. We got the price there at 0.009999, just under 1 cent, which is hilarious. And that is down 0.2%. After yesterday's nice little pump there, we're over 1 cent, or at least that 1 cent. The Hex payout per T-share is 6.687 today, and it was 6.674 yesterday, which I don't think I got to say, so I'm saying it today. Share rate up 22.4 today, was up 2.6 yesterday at 30,204. Remember that we're now in November. We're expecting the share rate to jump on the 22nd of November by 1,400 Hex per T-share, and that's no joke. That's a big, big jump. So remember that. Get your T-shares before that date if you are going to do that. Right, so 7.03 years is the average mine length, 39%, excuse me, on the APY, I should say. And the APY means annual percentage yield, if you're wondering what that is. 18,456 T-share jump, big jump, but we had a big down day yesterday. We got 9,756,000 T-shares. And what else we got going in there? 9.39% of Hex is staked on the Ethereum, $730,000 in penalties. We've got 65,243,000 Hex in the reward pool. So remember, Hex is really easy to understand. We have a ownership pool and a reward pool. The reward pool has Hex in it. It's got 65 million in it today. And of course, the T-shares, the ownership pool has T-shares in it, which stands for trillions of shares. And of course, the ownership pool gets that reward every day. That's how simple it is. Reward pool, ownership pool. How do you get more T-shares? Earlier pays better. The share rate's going up. Longer pays better. And bigger pays better, right? So that's how you get more T-shares. And you do that when you go to burn your Hex for more T-shares. Pretty much it. Okay, growing the number of holders, up 54 liquid holders, down 8 miners. So we've got 119,838 miners on the old Ethereum chain. Moving to Pulsechain. Oh, interesting enough, Pulsechain data is not out right now. So we'll have to bring it to you tomorrow. But that will be out probably after I finish the live stream. That's typically what it was going to do. Just to annoy me, it will be out after that. But that would be day 174 that we're waiting for, and we'll cover that tomorrow, like we did when we covered Ethereum today, I think. So that's pretty much it. Looking good. We've got a nice roadmap ahead of us, folks, and it's building out. We've got over 180 projects, so I haven't even got a lot of projects on here, but we'll be putting them in as they come in. And so this is going to get pretty big. We are in the second wave of project launches on Pulsechain. It really is going to be the best chain out there for the bull market because no one else has a roadmap like this with these big, big protocols. There's lots of little, titty bits out there, but really it's going to be neat. And we've got a lot of innovations happening in crypto too on the Pulsechain that's nowhere else. which is pretty exciting. We've got some really smart devs out there excited about what they're doing. All right, let's finish up. Bam. And let's see who else is here. What else do we got? Acid Thunder in House says Hex on ETH over a cent again. Yeah, really good result. Really good result. Pumpkin House says after Fetch Oracle was released, look out, big game changer for Pulsechain. Absolutely. So liquid loans and Power City are going to be very critical. Obviously, Fetch Oracle is going to open up all the big protocols that need to be able to do reliable price calls with decentralized oracles, also non-price calls as well. So it's going to open up a lot of games and social platforms that use non-price data. So that'd be really cool potentially. Also going to be a revenue generator. You'll be able to make revenue as an Oracle reporter. I know that Gamma, one of the Pulsechain dev, has covered that a lot. The other thing, of course, is going to be bringing us collateralization of Pulse and PulseX. And also that means you can basically lend on those tokens. And it's also going to create 2 new stablecoins in the making, USDL and PXDC. And that's going to be used also for leverage lending as well. So leverage lending will be amplified big time on top of the PH protocols that have been launched already, like Famous and Fiat, the fork of Aave, things like that. So it's really bullish. The other thing, of course, is that it will also give us a direct link between internally generated wealth. So we're creating wealth internally as opposed to bringing it on board through cross-chain bridges or through fiat on-ramps. So it's a really big deal. It's like having our own Federal Reserve. Their Federal Reserve will be as big as the whales, and the bigger investors make it. The more they put on there, the bigger it will be. It will have monetary expansion inside, internally and generated inside Pulsechain. So it's a big deal from that point of view. The other thing, of course, the stable coins will be linked into CST stablecoin, the fiat back one that we have. So we'll have 3 stable coins, 2 of them internally generated, linking into that CST fiat one, and we'll basically have an off-ramp, on-ramp back to fiat as well. So very nice, very bullish. And on top of that, if you wanted more, you're going to be able to earn yield on both of those protocols as well by staking the native tokens alone. And of course, what's the other one? Earn token, and of course also the stablecoins PXDC and USDL. So you've got that option as well. Wow, that's a lot to get out there, but there's so much cool things. Yes, there's more. You wanted more. I just heard you say you want more. Well, they're going to have compounding on Power City. They're going to have compounding front ends as well, which is going to be amazing. And of course, there's Barista as well, which is also going to have a form of auto compounding there too on their platform. So very, very exciting. All right, man, those are intense, those protocols. 9-inch needs some test runs, says Astra. Yes, that does indeed. Hashtag family channel. Andrew Reynolds says, really looking forward to the Liquid Loans and Power City launches. They were the last 2 main sacrifice I joined. We'll be happy to see them live and start doing haunted strategy. Yes, or hybrids. There's the hybrids here. Hi, Sarah and all sirs. We've got Kim and Al. Say, Kim, on Superman Crypto. Big shout out to you. Always a pleasure, Kim. Morning all, says Craig Pitt. Morning to you. When is Liquid Loans and Power City launching? I just covered that, Hex Go. Did you miss out? Did you go for a cup of tea and you came back? Because you were watching earlier. I just covered that in full. But there we are. That I gave you my estimated dates. Thanks. Oh, you did see it. Great chart. Yeah. I did cover that. So that's good that you got back on that one. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show and appreciating all the alpha. Hey, look, this channel is pretty much, as far as I know, the only channel really documenting the launch of Pulsechain, covering pretty much all the projects every single day virtually, with occasional day off that I've been having. That's only just started recently. But yeah, it's a place to be. Now, if you want to get into our Discord where all the alpha is, you get a lot of early alpha. It's not just me in there either. We've got a lot of very smart people in there that are giving the alpha around a number of projects and getting in there early, getting a lot of value and making the most of this crypto market that's about to enter a boom phase. So get into the Discord. The link's in the video description. 16 cents a day. It's pretty cheap. And you get all that value, and you get to talk about strategy and everything else. It really is a great place, a safe place to do crypto. And, you know, crypto is the Wild West still. So yeah, it's a great place and designed for that reason. So get into the Discord. The link's in the video description. All right. Thank you all. Appreciate it, says Pumpkin Now. You're welcome. And so let's move on. Let's play out some music on the way out. Have I done all the videos I was going to do? Yeah, I think I've done those videos. Let's play out a cool one on the way out. All right, which one should we play? That one there. Let's go. Peace out. Take care. Bye for now.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all product, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Product, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.